Hey guys, this video is about the Canadian military base that is attacking and torturing Canadians with electromagnetic weapons or directed energy weapons. CFS Leitrim, or Canadian Forces Station Leitrim, is a military base in Ottawa, Canada, and they control signals intelligence. The base, if you look at the base, you'll see a bunch of massive white round structures. They look like big, massive golf balls, but really they're called radomes. And underneath those radomes are military satellite dishes. And these military satellite dishes control the satellites that attack and torture Canadians with directed energy weapons. Now I'm going to read to you the definition of a directed energy weapon. A directed energy weapon is a ranged weapon that damages its target with highly focused energy without a solid projectile, including lasers, microwaves, particle beams, and sound beams. Potential applications of this technology include weapons that target personnel, missiles, vehicles, and optical devices. Now here's a look at two of the radomes that are sitting on the property of Canadian Forces Station Leitrim. And you can see this is just a protective covering. That's all it is, to protect the satellite dish from the weather and elements. But these are the satellite dishes that are used to control the satellites that torture Canadian citizens illegally by these criminal Freemasons that work at this military base called Canadian Forces Station Leitrim. Here's another look at the base. Here's a look at some of the cars there in the parking lot of Canadian Forces Station Leitrim. Now these people are guilty of crimes against humanity. All these people here are their cars. They have license plates. All these people are guilty of crimes against humanity. They're going to this military base like a bunch of order-following. They want to call people Nazis. Well, these people are the Nazis, okay? Because they torture civilians with military weapons. Innocent, unarmed civilians. Canadian civilians in Canada. So these fucking morons here are torturing Canadian citizens. And here's all their cars in the parking lot of CFS Leitrim. All these order-following criminals. You know, it's too bad somebody in Ottawa can't go here to Canadian Forces Station Leitrim and get all these cars on film. Just walk through the parking lot and get all their license plates on film and then publicly expose their plates. Publicly, because they're committing crimes. So we might as well publicly reveal who these people are. Here are all their cars. These people, I mean, you're not being, all the targeted individuals, you're not being tortured by some mystery, alien. They're people that are torturing you, okay? And these people work at these military bases, and they drive cars, and they go home, and they eat cereal for breakfast, and these fucking pieces of shit are responsible for the torture and murder of Canadian citizens, innocent Canadian citizens, civilians, unarmed civilians, and these people should be outed. We need to out these pieces of shit. So don't just sit there and do nothing. Put some effort in. Put some effort in to making these people pay for their crimes, okay? Because they're committing crimes against humanity. Here they are, guys. Here are the people torturing you. Here they are. There's their cars in Canada. Let's turn around here, because there's another parking lot back here on the other side too. And these people are guilty of torturing Canadians too. Let's see here. Here we go. See? All these people back here in these cars. That's a lot of people involved in big, massive war crimes. Here are your Nazis. These are the people, militaries torture people all the time throughout history. And these people get caught and they get punished. During a couple of the world wars, they executed people in these criminal militaries that committed crimes against civilians. These people paid the ultimate price with their lives because they chose to commit war crimes. What punishment do these people, these Canadians, deserve for torturing Canadian civilians? Here are their vehicles. We need to publicly find out who these people are and put their names on a list of war criminals. Now I'm going to show you an example. There's a lot of vehicles here, but let me show you an example of a couple of war criminals, okay? Now I made a video before, and here's a war criminal that works at that base, or he used to. His name is Jason Smith, and he was one of the commanders that worked at CFS Leitrim. There's one of the people that drive those cars to work every day. His name's Jason Smith. He lives in Ottawa. And he's a criminal. He's a war criminal. And he should be brought to justice and punished for the crimes he's committed. Now, here's another war criminal. His name is Roberto Gentile. There's a couple lines across his face there because of the screen. But Roberto Gentile worked at... He's retired now. He retired from the Canadian military. He thinks he got away with his crimes against humanity. And Roberto Gentile is a war criminal, and he's guilty of crimes against humanity. And he thinks because he's retired that he's gotten away with his crimes, and he's not going to be punished, and there's going to be no repercussions against him. And he's just going to get away with what he did. But we can't let these people get away with what they did. Here he is, Roberto Gentile. We can't let Roberto Gentile get away with what he did when he worked at CFS Leitrim in the Canadian military. Because he tortured people, he hurt people, innocent people, Canadian civilians, unarmed civilians, and he has to be punished for what he did. And this other guy here, Jason Smith, this terrorist, criminal, Nazi scumbag, he needs to be punished for what he did too. He can't just do whatever he wants and get away with it. There are repercussions to what everybody does on this planet. And if he wants to hurt and torture other people in Canada, Canadian civilians, then he has to pay the price for the crimes he's committed. So guys, hold these people responsible for what they've done. Spread their faces on Facebook, Instagram, whatever, all over the place. Spread their faces all over the internet. You guys make videos yourselves of these criminals, Roberto Gentile and Jason Smith, who worked at Canadian Forces Station Leitrim. So here it is. Canadian Forces Station Leitrim, the Department of National Defence for Canada. And, Canada's politicians are all Freemasons, and they're all a big pack of fucking criminals. And I'm sure the commanders of this base right here, Canadian Forces Station Leitrim, I'm sure they're Freemasons too. So why don't we find out who are the base commanders of Canadian Forces Station Leitrim? Because we can really hold them responsible for the crimes they've committed. Let's not let these people get away with what they've done. Let's seek justice. Let's expose them publicly all over the internet. And let's make them pay for their crimes, guys. Let's not let them get away with it, okay? Let's make them pay the price. They've wanted to hurt people, so let's make them... Let's get them the punishment they deserve, okay, guys? And don't just sit there and do nothing. Take some action against these criminal Nazis. You want to call people Nazis? Well, these are the Nazis, okay? The Freemasons are the Nazis. That's who the Nazis are. And they torture Canadians. See these scumbags right here? Here's all the scumbags' cars at Canadian Forces Station Leitrim in Ottawa. A lot of scumbags working there. These order followers. They're willing to follow orders to torture Canadians. And you know what? I'll bet you there's a lot of Freemasons working at this base right here. A lot of scumbags. A lot of traitors. A lot of turncoats. Backstabbers. Judases, they would call them in the Bible. They're a bunch of Judases. These are the type of people that would have nailed Jesus to the cross for 30 pieces of silver. They're called Judases. They betray people who were good. Like, what was Jesus? Jesus was an honest person in the Bible who told the truth about the criminal government. And then they got these order followers. These would have been like the soldiers, nailing Jesus to the cross right here. These people here are Judases. And they're in this military base getting their 30 pieces of silver from torturing people. These people make a living torturing Canadians with directed energy weapons. So yeah, guys, help expose these scumbags at Canadian Forces Station Leitrim. Help me expose them, okay? I'm making these videos to expose them. I'm putting some effort in here to expose these people. I want you to put in some effort too, because these people are committing crimes against humanity and they deserve to be punished. Okay, guys, thanks for watching the video. Until next time, peace.